What if I told you that making smarter decisions isn't just about intelligence, but about how we train our brain to think better? Every single day, we face thousands of choices. Some are small, like deciding what to eat for breakfast, and some are big, like choosing a career, making a financial investment, or deciding to move to a new city. But here's the real question. How often do we stop and think about how we make these choices? Most of the time, we assume we're in full control of our decisions, but research shows that many of our choices are shaped by invisible forces, our habits, emotions, past experiences, and unconscious biases. Without realizing it, we might be choosing based on fear instead of logic, short-term pleasure instead of long-term benefits, or external pressure instead of our true desires. But here's the good news. The best decision makers, whether they are top athletes, business leaders, or innovators, don't leave their choices up to chance. They train their minds just like they train their bodies. They learn to ignore distractions, manage emotions, and think more clearly under pressure. They use proven strategies to make decisions that lead to long-term success. The even better news? We can all learn to do the same. It's not about being born with special abilities. It's about training our brain to make better choices, one step at a time. Let's explore how. At the core of great decision-making lies the prefrontal cortex, the brain's control center for rational thinking, planning, and self-discipline. This part of the brain acts as our inner strategist, helping us weigh options, consider future consequences, and make choices aligned with our goals. But here's the challenge. It doesn't work alone. Constantly competing for control is the limbic system, an older, more primal part of the brain responsible for emotions like fear, excitement, and pleasure. The limbic system is what makes us crave instant gratification, react impulsively, and prioritize short-term comfort over long-term success. It's what tempts us to hit snooze instead of waking up early to work out, splurge on unnecessary purchases, or procrastinate instead of tackling important tasks. Think of these two brain systems like a wise mentor and an impulsive child. The prefrontal cortex is the mentor, urging us to stay patient, think critically, and consider the bigger picture. While the limbic system is the child, demanding immediate action, instant pleasure, and emotional responses. When these two systems are out of sync, the limbic system takes over, leading to hasty, emotionally driven decisions. This is why we sometimes regret choices made in the heat of the moment, because we weren't thinking logically, we were reacting emotionally. But here's the exciting part. We can train the prefrontal cortex to take control. According to Dr. Daniel Kahneman, Nobel laureate and author of Thinking Fast and Slow, the brain operates in two distinct modes. System 1, fast thinking. This is our instinctive, automatic way of thinking. It's what makes us react instantly when we hear a loud noise or sense danger. While it's useful for quick survival-based reactions, it can also lead to snap judgments, cognitive biases, and poor decision-making under pressure. System 2, slow thinking. This is our deliberate, analytical mode of thinking. It takes effort but allows us to process information deeply, solve complex problems, and make thoughtful decisions. The challenge is that System 1 is always running, while System 2 requires conscious effort. The key to making smarter decisions is learning when to pause and switch from automatic thinking to deliberate thinking. How do we do this? Practice mindfulness. Simply becoming aware of when you're acting on impulse can help you slow down and engage your rational mind. Delay important decisions. When emotions run high, step away before deciding. Giving your brain time to process allows System 2 to kick in. Use deep breathing techniques. Controlled breathing reduces stress signals from the limbic system, making it easier for the prefrontal cortex to take control. Strengthen your prefrontal cortex. Activities like meditation, strategic thinking, and problem-solving exercises improve your ability to override emotional impulses. By actively training our brain to rely more on slow thinking, we can resist short-term temptations, make wiser long-term choices, and unlock our full potential. The ability to master our decision-making process is a skill, one that separates high performers from the rest. 1. Delay the decision, cognitive distancing. Impulsive decisions often lead to regret. When we act too quickly, we allow emotions, like fear, excitement, or frustration, to hijack our thinking. Instead of carefully considering the situation, we react based on how we feel in the moment. Dr. Roy Baumeister, a leading expert in self-control, discovered that high performers create mental space between an event and their response. This simple pause allows emotions to settle and gives the logical brain, System 2, time to take over. One powerful technique is the 10-minute rule. When faced with an important choice, take a step back, walk away, breathe deeply, or distract yourself with a different activity for at least 10 minutes. This brief delay weakens the emotional pull and allows for a clearer, more rational decision. For bigger life decisions, like switching careers or making a major purchase, extend the delay to a full day or even a week. The longer you give yourself to process, the more thoughtful and effective your decision will be. 2. Reframe the problem. How you see a challenge determines how you respond to it. Average thinkers view problems as threats, obstacles, or proof of failure. High performers, on the other hand, reframe problems as opportunities to learn and grow. Dr. Carol Dweck, renowned for her work on the growth mindset, found that people who see difficulties as a chance to develop new skills tend to persevere, adapt, and thrive under pressure. Instead of feeling defeated, they ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I use this challenge to improve? What's another way to approach this problem?" This shift in mindset rewires your brain to see possibilities instead of roadblocks. Imagine an athlete facing a tough loss. Instead of dwelling on failure, they analyze their mistakes, adjust their strategy, and improve. The same principle applies to all decision-making. Your mindset can turn setbacks into stepping stones for success. 3. Use mental models. Mental models are thinking frameworks that simplify complex decisions and help us see patterns more clearly. Some of the world's most successful people, including Elon Musk, Charlie Munger, and Jeff Bezos, rely on mental models to make smarter choices. One of the most effective models is second-order thinking, the habit of asking, "And then what?" This means looking beyond the immediate outcome and considering the long-term consequences of a decision. For example, before taking a new job, ask, "How will this affect my career and personal life in 5 years?" Before making a major purchase, ask, "Will this bring me lasting value, or is it just an impulse buy?" Before reacting emotionally in a disagreement, ask, "What will this conversation look like tomorrow if I respond this way?" By training yourself to think beyond the present moment, you can avoid short-sighted decisions that feel good now but cause problems later. 4. Reduce decision fatigue. Every choice we make, big or small, drains mental energy. Dr. Roy Baumeister found that willpower functions like a battery. The more decisions we make throughout the day, the less energy we have left for important choices. This is why highly successful people simplify their daily routines to conserve brainpower for what truly matters. For example, Steve Jobs wore the same black turtleneck every day to avoid wasting energy on outfit choices. Elite athletes follow strict training schedules so they don't have to decide when or how to work out. Top entrepreneurs automate meals, emails, and minor tasks to keep their focus on high-impact decisions. To reduce decision fatigue in your own life, eliminate trivial choices, plan your meals, outfits, and schedule in advance. Create routines, Set a morning ritual that prepares you for a productive day. Batch decisions. Instead of making small choices throughout the day, handle them all at once, e.g., meal prep for the week, schedule meetings in blocks. By cutting down on unnecessary choices, you free up mental energy for the decisions that truly shape your success. Fifth, train for emotional regulation. Strong emotions, stress, anger, excitement, or fear can cloud judgment and push us toward reactive, short-sighted decisions. However, top performers develop emotional awareness and self-regulation techniques to stay calm under pressure. Dr. Lisa Feldman Barrett's research shows that simply naming your emotions reduces their intensity. When you're feeling overwhelmed before a big decision, try saying, "I feel anxious right now," or "I'm frustrated, but I can handle this." This technique re-engages the rational brain, preventing emotions from taking over. In addition, elite performers rely on mindfulness, deep breathing, and journaling to process emotions before making important decisions. The next time you face a stressful choice, take slow, deep breaths. This lowers stress hormones and helps you think clearly. Write down your thoughts. Putting emotions on paper helps you analyze them objectively. Practice mindfulness. Observing your feelings without reacting allows you to respond intentionally instead of impulsively. By training yourself to manage emotions effectively, you stay in control of your decisions, even in high-pressure situations. Smarter decision-making isn't about luck or natural intelligence. It's about building the right habits. When you pause before reacting, shift your mindset, use structured thinking, simplify choices, and manage emotions, you gain the clarity and control to make high-impact decisions. The more you train your brain with these strategies, the more natural they become. Over time, they'll shape not just your daily choices, but the entire direction of your life. High performance isn't about one defining moment. It's about the thousands of small, seemingly insignificant decisions we make every day. These choices, repeated over time, shape our habits, reinforce our mindset, and ultimately determine our long-term success. Think of decision-making like compound interest. Just as small financial investments grow exponentially over time, our tiny daily choices accumulate, shaping our identity and future. Eating one healthy meal won't transform your body, but consistently making nutritious choices will. Reading a single page of a book won't make you an expert, but reading daily over months and years will dramatically expand your knowledge. The secret? Consistency. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, puts it perfectly. Every action you take is a vote for the person you wish to become. Each decision, no matter how small, reinforces a pattern. When we make conscious, intelligent choices, we train our brain to default to better decisions in the future. This is why elite athletes follow strict training regimens and why top performers structure their days to optimize mental clarity. The best don't wait for motivation. They build systems that make good decisions automatic. Imagine two people with identical potential. One prioritizes daily growth, reading 10 pages of a book, exercising for 30 minutes, and practicing mindfulness. The other frequently procrastinates, indulging in short-term pleasure at the cost of long-term progress. At first, the difference is small, but over months and years, the gap between them widens dramatically. One rises while the other stagnates. So the real question is, are our daily choices leading us toward the life we want? Because in the end, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary isn't a single life-changing decision. It's the discipline of making the right choices over and over again until success becomes inevitable. And that power, it's in our hands. If this video helped you, make sure to like it so more people can benefit from these insights. Subscribe for more content on high performance and personal growth. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Your journey to making smarter decisions starts now.